No police yet. That's surprising. We'll see them on the way back for sure. Oh, here's some skip. There's some theater going on here. Some sort of fake argument look like. Fake argument going on. Wow, nothing at all really yet. Nothing too abnormal other than that one headlight car. There were more people definitely last week. But once I go into here, okay, listen. Once I go into here, that's a signal probably. Once I go into here, they'll have their usual mob and crew. I suspect maybe this guy here with the hood might be the one that's going to follow me around in the store. They usually want you to see that person just as you're going in. So they'll go in either right in front of you or just after you. It's not going to be him because he's turning that way. But last week they kind of had a guy follow me out, but it was a little, it was much more subtle. But they've got lots of people who they can have do these things here, so I'm just going to put my earphones in here. It's in here. So before we get head in there and get this over with, and then done. Nobody really wants to be outside on a day like today anyway. Well, there are quite a few people out though still. So what are they shouting about down there? You do have your drug addicts in this area, definitely. Most of whom are controlled by the state because the state controls the supply, so you can pretty much get them to do what they want them to do. Especially if you tell them there'll be no repercussions when they commit crimes. So this is a cool bookstore here, used bookstore. Let's take a look here. It's not open, obviously. That's pretty cool. There's not many stores like that around. Downtown Toronto on Yonge Street, they used to have a lot of those used bookstores. I used to like going into browse. The guy waiting there is the one that's probably going to follow. See the guy in front of the store? Or the guy with the green jacket. It's going to be one or some of these people who are pulling up now, right on cue as I'm about to go in. Another red jacket there. Okay, I'm just going to head in. I don't want to stand out here. It's too cold. Maybe it's going to be this couple that'll follow. Yeah, I think they're going to go in. Yeah, they're probably going to follow me right up. Because it was timed so they would get here just before me, so let them go in first, I guess. Hurry up and go. No loitering, sir. Well, they actually have a parking down there. I didn't know that. Interesting. Down there. Okay, I'm gonna go in now. That was weird that nothing really happened at all there.
Notice the individual in the red jacket who has entered the store just in front of me. You are going to see this individual show up numerous times as I move throughout the store, just doing my grocery shopping. And then, of course, he has been told to do the usual routine where he also goes up to the cash to leave when I leave, to go up to the cash right when I go up as well, or just shortly behind me. And so these are the activities that they send these CSIS stalkers, many of them involved with the military, some of them off-duty police officers and firefighters, to do stalking assignments in retail establishments. So it's the individual directly in front of me, the male wearing the red jacket. Also the couple on the left pulled up just before I went in. So they were kind of using them to follow me around as well. And you can see also she's got the red jacket, and a number of other people in the store have all been told to wear the same colored clothing because in the Canadian communitarian system, people get told what to wear. They get told what to think. They get told how to act. They get told what to say. They get told what to do, generally. And I'm not exaggerating. So at any rate, you'll see this individual here doing the usual routine where he walks in right in front of me, then kind of waits till I'm going to go up to the cash, and then comes in just right behind me up to the cash at the same time, so that he can time his exit to be to coincide with mine. Also, there are a number of people who I believe were probably military personnel also lingering uncomfortably close to me in the store. And two of those individuals, well, the one of them makes sort of a hand signal toward the other as I spoke to the clerk near the cash. And then you'll see the other one, as soon as I start to speak to the clerk, he does this fake coughing, this sensitization that they're told to do. And the fake coughing is something I've shown in many of the videos. They're told to do that when they're around you because you've been subjected to it continually over and over again. And it's a sensitization method that is interconnected with neurolinguistic programming. So it's meant to evoke a negative reaction from the subject of the harassment. But you know, if you do react to it in any negative way, it's meant to seem just innocent because obviously people cough all the time. But what you have to see is how they send these people to do this everywhere you go, and they'll go just as they walk past you, so that you'll know for certain that it's not random because there's too many people doing it all the time right when you're near them. So you'll notice that as well. The one guy who seems like he might be a military person who gets paid a little extra on the side to stalk people in retail establishments doing that. So you'll notice that when I'm up by the cash, the one guy does that who looks to be a military guy, and the other guy who's been told to wear that military camouflage attire that so many of the state-funded slaves are told what to wear. He's been wearing that as well. He's been told to wear that. He also makes the hand signal with the hand to the glasses, which is also a Masonic hand signal that can be seen directly in Masonic manuals. So he kind of signals to the other guy who might be also military or an off-duty cop or a retired cop, possibly, up at the cash just after the other guy does the fake coughing noise. So you'll see that here.
See them both were in the red there. So we're going to predict now, we're going to hear a fake coughing in here. I'm going to predict that. Fake coughing, I'll go. Remember I predicted it. Fake coughing. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be fake coughing. So remember, if they shut up right in front of me, we'll see if they leave when I do. Good chance they might. Got his military camouflage on there. Quite possibly. Oh, there's the giant sandwich. Yeah, maybe I should get... That was pretty good, actually, last week. I'll get another half one. Right over here to where I am, as you can see, right over. No one else here, right? No one else. He comes right over here. No one else here, and he stands here. Wearing military camouflage as well. This one's egg salad? Big sandwich gyro. The one I had last week was pretty good. I'm gonna get it again. Okay, one more thing here. One more done. Here's the guy who's gonna probably follow me out here. And the other one wearing red there that pulled up when I got it. I think it's gonna be this guy here. Yeah, I think it's that stalker there. He keeps kind of lingering by the cache, waiting to see when I'm gonna go up. So the cache. Yeah, he seems to be just lingering in that area, so you can see. And, yes, okay. He's still. CSIS right here. Or community-based agent, possibly military. Anyway, he's waiting for me to leave, that guy. That's why he's kind of hanging out there. There's the guy who just came over to me, the other guy wearing camouflage up there. You see him? I guess I'm due for a new toothbrush. I got one. What the heck? $43? Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta get a new toothbrush. I guess I'm due. Let's see. $7.50 for a toothbrush? Are you kidding me? It's absurd. That other stalker wearing the camouflage, it could be him too. He might also follow out. The guy who came over to me over there looked like he was trying to make his presence known as well. They got a lot of them wearing red today, though. Everybody was told what type of clothing to put on today. There he is again, the stalker who he was back here, and now he's up there. The guy wearing the camouflage attire. He's doing his part for the community, keeping the community safe from dangerous domestic terrorists. Okay. Okay, let's see which one. Oh, it's gonna be this guy, you can tell. He's just waiting. He's coming up there now. You can just tell. He's encircling. Okay, so watch, he's gonna come up from this side. He's waiting for me to go, so he can follow. Go up there. Remember I said it, okay? Remember I said it. I can just tell. That's why he's lingering in that area, just to see when I'm gonna go up. Okay? So here I go now. Oh, sorry.
Scan your PC Optimum app.
Okay, he's going there. Watch and see. Okay, so here comes the one stalker here. Oh yeah, exactly what I said, okay. Exactly what I predicted. I called that right away. Okay? What's the exactly what I predicted. Okay? He waited till I came up and then right away. Both went over. Let's see the other guy.
Notice how the other CSIS military operative stalker right next to the cache does a fake coughing noise right after I ask the clerk, is there anyone else working here who can help me? Notice also how the other stalker wearing the military camouflage attire, who was following me around and remaining uncomfortably close to me as I walked throughout the store, also comes up to the other cache and makes a hand signal with his right hand to his glasses, signaling toward the other stalker up ahead who had done the fake coughing noise. You'll see that also here.
Is there anyone working in here in this section, or? Yeah. Oh, yeah, as well. This one is over right. Yeah. Yes. Is there anyone working in here in this section, or? Yeah. Oh, yeah, as well. This one is over right. He's gonna go around to the military guy. Thank you very much. I'm gonna be way ahead of him here, see? It's behind. Way up there. Got a nice shot of the face. Thanks for the thumbnail, buddy.
In this particular clip of documentation from the night of December 23rd, 2025, I have just exited the late night variety store across from the transit terminal where I usually enter on my way to work in Ottawa, having just arrived from Quebec. And of course, right across from the terminal and next to the store where they know I sometimes enter, they've set up what looks to be a fake car crash, a mock collision. And of course, as I exit the store, of course, the police show up right on cue just shortly after I cross the street. And the reason I know it's all fake and staged is because you'll see the police officers going through the regular acting routine of dragging the fake collision on forever. And then, of course, the one officer laughing hysterically, which is not something that you'd be doing if you were dealing with a serious situation or even conducting yourself with any professionalism at your job. So the ridiculous laughing and cackling and acting like a fool is just so that I would see it, and it's all part of the theater. And so, of course, in weather like this, there was heavy snow coming down. Sure, you could get a legitimate collision, but based on the years of seeing them do these same things over and over again, when I exit and enter and arrive at places, I'm quite sure that this was just another staged fake collision that they set up here. And they do set these things up almost like a film set, so they'll bring the cars in already damaged before the subject of the harassment gets there, and they'll just set it up with a bunch of community-based agents. And it's all just so that the subject of the harassment sees it when they arrive, because if they're awake to any of the stuff, they'll know it's set up just for them. So I'll just show you that here.
Fake right there, I think. So, yeah, I'm not even bothering getting something in there. I can just get something in there. I have a drink with me anyway. I forgot I have a 7-Up with me, so I need to get it. It's probably a fake car accident here. Let's go over to the terminal here, station. So you don't see the big flood of people here on the side tonight that there was that other time when I walked over here. Not so much tonight. See, the streets were pretty quiet. A few people at the Delta over here. Now this is more natural here. It is the night before Christmas Eve, so I'm sure some people have gone away. So, but they've always got other people free to do stalking assignments, so they got more than enough to choose from. There's bylaw there, by law enforcement. Do they ever actually enforce bylaws? I don't know. Doesn't seem like they do. They seem to just stalk people. They do about as much work as the special constables do. So anyway, here we're gonna have a crack smoker in here tonight. We'll see. And a lot of people out driving around in the heavy snow again today that came down. So. Tinted windows, of course. So, let's go. Yeah, December 23rd, 2025. The informant condos here. Not as many people around here as you can see as it was the previous time when I was here. Fake car crash up there, or it might be real. I don't know. There's no police there yet, so it could be real. I don't want to say for sure it's fake, but that's something they'll do a lot, is stage fake car crashes. But that could be real, judging. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, I think it is fake. Now we can tell that. Okay, so they staged a fake car crash there. As I was to go to the store, and look who shows up there, right? Right on cue, right as I cross back over. What's going on here, gentlemen? What happened here? We had to take time away from sitting in our cars, staring at our cell phones, and smoking crack on the job to come over and do some real work. We don't like this. We don't like doing real work. Actually, it's not real work. They're just staging this anyway. Let's see, street theater here. Right, check it out right away, okay? Every time, just you idle here. Every time. Out they come, Crawling out. Yeah, here's another one here. Showing up here as well for the fake accident up ahead here. Okay. There we go, right on cue, all happening right on cue, huh? 7501, that one is there. And we got our usual group of informants over there. We'll just wait. We'll cross. This way it goes. Gotta have the informants around to film you if you walk by and get footage and more here coming up all around me here. You can see this side here. 2 informants just standing there and staring out at nothing. Other than they're not really even looking at the police interaction here. I'm gonna get a quick look. I was just gonna go in, but what do we got here? Well, here's the third. Is this the third police car here showing up with this fake accident here? I guess it is, huh? They had it set up right as I got down by the store there. Okay, so here's car number 3. Again, the police have to take time away from sitting in their cars and watching movies on their phones to do this, so they don't like it. But it's more acting here. Let's see if any of these psychopaths is going to get out of the vehicle, make an appearance. There's one getting out, slowly walking out for the stage play here. December 23rd, 2025, Ottawapolice, alongside a couple of community-based agents, staging a fake car accident at Slater Street and Lyon. It's nothing more than street theater here. And this will go on. See, he leaves the door for the car just hanging open too. Wouldn't you close that, like in this type of weather? If this was real. One goes away there. And let's see here. So this is all staged here. It was staged upon my arrival. Yeah, he's got to do the fake inspection here. And these are just actors, community-based agents who staged it. So, car number is 7501, and then the other one just went down that way. Okay. And it's the usual steroid junkie officer walking around with his fake steroid body. And because doing work like this, you know, they've always got to be, let's see if we get the fake pointing and the acting. They know I'm recording now anyway, they're just pretending not to know that I'm here. So yeah, like wouldn't you close the door? Like it's just, you just leave it hanging open in this weather. And then let's see here, this was all timed for my arrival too. At first I thought, is it actually just a regular car crash, because the weather is kind of treacherous, but for it to happen with such precise timing and for them to show up just as I come back out to cross, I'd say it's probably staged and fake. So a very high level of probability that it is. And then we got to have the conference here. So this is all acting here. That's all the police do, is act and enable the drug trade and ensure that criminals can operate freely. So when we go into the station there, the station right over there is the one where they had somebody smoking good. Look, there we go. So now we got everyone's coming out. Huh? Everyone's coming out. And so one there, right? One over here as well. Both sides, people are just coming out to walk the dog because they know I'm recording this, right? So they have to encircle the area. See there? That's the one there. And then on this side here, dog walker there as well. Everyone's coming out to look at this stage spectacle here. And this guy's gonna. They use these people too, the plows all the time to do assignments. Why would you even be here, like in the middle of this? Like, you know, just go through. He's trying to block the view. I'll just look over here. Watch. Both sides now, okay? Both sides. They're sending the swarm. As you can see, they're sending the swarm around. Anytime they do this, they have a swarm of informants that work with them. Their job is just to walk around. They know I film, so they're going to try to make me feel as uncomfortable as possible. This is just an actor here as well. Let's move down here. And you saw how many the dog walkers starting to pour out there as well, just to look at this fakery. One thing you can say for sure, though, is that if the police are involved in anything that's on the news, it's fake. And yeah, part of the vehicle broke off because they had it already set up that way, okay? They have vehicles that are already, you know, broken. They can bring out crap vehicles and just use them for the car wreck. So the car wreck was there right as I got here, too. And you notice how long it's taken and how the one guy is like paying attention to me. Would you be doing that if you, like, I'm at a distance here? The guy wearing the wool hat. If he was actually involved in a car wreck, you wouldn't be staring over at somebody unless it was just an act. Now these two guys wearing the yellow have to come out and stare at the side of it. That's all acting. Officer Steroids making his hand signal there, you know, some Masonic hand signals that these. Well, I wouldn't say that was a Masonic hand signal, but it was some sort of a signal, kind of to the. And then these bozos here too, they got to be part of the act. Because what happened probably was, I'd be willing to bet they probably brought the vehicles out there. They might have already been totaled just to set it up, well before I got here, so that I wouldn't see them setting it up as what it was. So you'll notice it's all of a sudden starting to flood with people here. Now we have. Anytime you see this and the police are involved, high level of probability that it's staged, because they don't really do real work. That's the thing. Almost everything they do from day to day is deceit, lying, staging fake calls. Notice the guy with the hood, the younger guy. He's looking over at me. He's like, why would you even pay attention to me? I'm at a distance. I'm just a random person. Right? He wanted to see when I was going to leave, what my reaction was. Okay, here we go. December 23rd, 2025, Ottawa Police staging a fake car accident here. And I suspect the cars were just dropped off before I got here. And then they bring in these guys to pretend to pull the act here. And there was a second car, but it went down there. A second police car, but it went down there. So they don't have the road blocked off for nothing tonight. This was the road that they were blocking. No, sorry, that was the road up there that they're blocking off for nothing. Pretending to block it off while still allowing cars to go through. And here's Officer Steroids just doing his act here. Okay, I'm gonna get going now. So just theater, so I'm gonna get going. You saw it there. And no surprises there. And you know, that's minor to do that, because if you think of what they do with false flags, it's far more advanced than that. So anyone who would tell you that they believe, you know, false flags are going on, but they wouldn't do that, I mean, what are you talking about? That's illogical. Of course they do that. They do things like this all the time. It's all just a theatrical performance. So here's the second one that's arrived here. The second one coming. You've already got the situation in hand. So they had another one before that drove by on the left. Wouldn't they have just kept that one there? And then this actor comes out here now too. He made his way from the drug house after collecting his pay from the drug dealers there. And what car number 7? Just see. Just gonna take a look here. Number here. See, it's all acting. They would have had this done by now if it was legit. 7300 and 7300. And yeah. Notice the steroid officer laughing. That's what you would do, right, in this situation. And then we got a couple people dancing here. And the one guy made like a fake gun pointing symbol at the cop car, and they didn't seem to even notice that. So Officer Steroid's laughing. He's got the usual, that exact same sort of helmet, strap, beard, as so many of them have. They can't think for themselves. They even have to have, notice the guy has the same thing himself. The guy with the toque. The exact same like facial hair, even the way it's trimmed. It's precisely the same as the way the cops is. Because they can't think for themselves. Everything they do has to be the same as what the others are doing. Laughing again. Officer Steroids. Gesturing with his hands, laughing. Officer Steroids, okay? Yeah, notice that? They have the exact same. And I know that's kind of a generic look, right? But I'm not saying it's not uncommon. But, like, if you look at how many of them he's laughing again, see? Officer Steroids there. A lot of these Freemasons too get access to stuff that regular people don't get for workouts and stuff. So they have like these steroids that are supposed to be actually illegal, but they allow them to take it. You know, the same the people in the NFL and these wrestlers have it. And the other cop here, he's just walking back and forth here. Another community-based agent walking out into the road to have a look here. And Officer Steroids, is he still laughing? I can't see. And then, of course, the other guy with the car wreck, he's more interested in me standing over here than he is in the accident that he just had. Okay. So that's 7300. And, yeah, Officer Steroids is having a good laugh. Yeah, again, it's like exactly the same. And this guy's got the same thing, too. Exactly the same, the way he trims his beard. If you look at I don't know whether they're told to all have the exact same look. But it's the same as like in the military. You have to do that. He has the exact same thing with the chin strap, beard. It is common. I'm not saying it's not uncommon, but I'm just saying if you look at how many of them, the cops especially, have exactly the same look. It's almost like they're told to have the same look. Here we go. Now he's pulling back out. Okay, this theatrical production is drawing to a close now. And another episode of Freemasonic Muppet Theater starring Ottawa's Masonic Police there. Okay.